Hello, my name is Cherelle Dessus. I'm 24 years old. I currently live in Washington, D.C., but I'm very active in parts of Pennsylvania, including Philadelphia and Lancaster. I serve with Mennonite Central Committee as a legislative assistant and communications coordinator in the Washington, D.C. Advocacy Office, where I work on gun violence, mass incarceration, and racial justice. I advocate on Capitol Hill on behalf of those whose voices have been silenced by our government and our systems. There are currently 1 million people who are banned from voting because they have a criminal record. So it is my job, and I feel like my duty, to go out there and speak on behalf of them. I try to educate communities and students and congregations on the ills in our society because so many people feel so detached. I'm currently working on a mass incarceration learning tool called You Got Booked through MCC, which is Mennonite Central Committee. It's where we go to colleges and we go to high schools and we speak with students and congregations and community leaders, and they are able to experience in a life-size way what it is to get trapped in the criminal justice system. So those same people who feel detached now are placed with the character of someone who may be arrested or incarcerated because of the color of their skin or because they didn't have money and they can't make bail. It's really inspiring because you hear people say, oh, I didn't know, I had no idea, or how can me and the people in my community contribute to those who are returning citizens, who are returning to their communities? How can we contribute to people that are already incarcerated? And how can we advocate for this? So it allows people to advocate in their own context. That doesn't always look like visiting Capitol Hill, but it looks like having the platform that you have and learning how to advocate through that way. My favorite verse in the Bible is Isaiah 1:17, where we are called to pursue justice, to correct the oppressor, to plead the causes of others. And I think this is actively showing us what Jesus did for us.
They expected less of me. My community expected more. But there is pride in knowing your success would open doors and break down the stereotypes and encourage another. Surprise your doubters and go back home to educate your sisters and brothers. Black, I wasn't expected to succeed. And they asked if it's so hard, why fight so hard for a degree?
I love spoken word poetry, and this is something that I use to teach. It is also something that I use to spread awareness for advocacy. I have taught in several locations such as community centers and youth intervention centers and juvenile places, as well as schools and high schools, for students to actually get in touch with their own sides and get in touch with the problems in their community and how they can use their voices to reach others. I try to take messages and things that I knew people wouldn't want to hear through a lecture. They may want to hear that in a creative way. So I get on and I talk about those hard issues. I'm inspired to continue this work because I know that it's not ending. I know that the issues aren't fixed with one piece of legislation or one life-size board game or one poem.